The luck of the Irish runs out.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
And a strike leaves passengers stranded.
I sympathise with the baggage handlers. I sympathise with it, I really do. I just don't like it when it happens to me.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away.
I woke up this morning and I thought, yeah, it's going to be a good day. Looked at my calendar and thought, Friday the 13th.
A date that strikes fear into millions.
Oh gosh, Friday the 13th. Try not to think about that too much, I think.
I am superstitious, yes, very much, and especially on Friday the 13th, because I'm scared of flying.
I think Friday the 13th, normally something bad does happen. So fingers crossed everything goes to plan today.
And it's not long before the first haunted-looking passenger arrives at the sales desk.
So I normally give myself plenty of time, but today there was a bad crash on the M1, so it was about a 10-mile tailback, and it took me about 2.5 hours to clear.
Keith Frist is hoping to get to an important business meeting in Madrid.
I missed the flights in Madrid. Hopefully, well, it's going to be close.
Have you got any bags?
I've just got hand luggage.
You lift it up? Yes. Is it just yourself?
It's just myself, yeah.
It's just one way. We can get you onto that one, only it's because it's a little bit delayed.
Thank God for that.
Okay.
You're a star.
Yeah, but not me. You need to go straight through to departures, boarding from gate.
Okay, bye.
Where are we?
14. No.
Yeah, around about that. Yeah,
Okay,
just go straight
cheers.
through. So basically, it was the Madrid flight. He turned up well after his check-in was closed, but because there was a delay, I tried to get him on there, and we could.
Because it's Friday the 13th today, and that was always in the back of my mind, and I just expected something to go wrong, and it did.
It's been a lucky ending for Keith, but for others, Friday the 13th is proving less fortunate. Over in Belfast, a hen party is heading for Blackpool, but one of them has had her feathers ruffled.
And I didn't realise, if I had known whenever I was booking this here, that we had to have our passports. I didn't read that there. Like, is there any way you can do anything for me?
No. Whenever you get your passport, if you come over to us, we'll transfer you on to the next available flight.
So the next flight is 6 what?
6:25.
After 20 to 5?
After 10 past 5. You'll need to come back to me when you get your ID, and then we'll transfer you to the next flight. Okay?
Thanks. We're all going to hen party to Blackpool. I've got my student card, I have 2 student cards, I have 2 bank cards, I've got a library card, you know, and they're not going to accept that. I'm not very happy at the minute, but the girls have all helped me out. It's Friday the 13th.
With no ID, the girls have a whip round to help her out.
There's a taxi man going up to my house to collect it, and he's going to beat up the road, hopefully at 90 miles an hour. Hi, girls. Really, thanks.
The girls are going to go on without her and wait for her in the airport, but she's not at all happy about it, having to wait.
I'm just praying that this taxi man will be up before at least 4:30, because if I miss this check-in, they're not gonna hold the plane for me. Like, they're not nice at all, people.
All we can say is, hurry up, Claire!
The next flight Claire can take closes at 4:40, and that leaves just 1.5 hours for her passport to arrive. Back in Luton, it's check-in for the 1300 hours flight to Nice, and Leo encounters some more unlucky passengers. The Park family is heading to the south of France, but there's a problem with their daughter's passport.
This passport, when did it expire? June. Let me just check this.
Hello. Please, let's just go.
It's a no.
Sorry?
It is a no. The passport must be in date. In light of the age, what I'm going to do is try to ring to see if they will accept you. At this stage, what I need to say is that there's no guarantee, so what I don't want to do is build your hopes up for them to be let down. I really can't guarantee what the outcome is, and especially now because it's coming as well towards the weekend, the chances of it then being renewed over the next few days is very slim. So I would prepare yourself for the worst, but I will ring and see.
This gives Leo the perfect opportunity to show off his legendary language skills.
Bonjour, do you speak English? Thank you. Just trying to get through to immigration now in France to see if they're going to accept the passenger with the expired passport. Hi, hi, do you speak English? Is there anyone there that speaks English? Hello? Hi, you speak English? Is there anyone there that does? Hello? I put the phone down. First problem is they don't speak English, I don't speak French, so I've got to try to find someone that speaks French who can ask.
I mean, I did laugh with people when I knew we booked the flights for Friday the 13th. Everyone said, are you serious? Are you really going to fly on Friday the 13th? And I thought, well, yes. I mean, yes, it's a Friday, and yes, it's the 13th, but...
Yeah, she's traveling by herself. Or...
No, that's with the family.
No, avec la famille.
She's only born in '98, so she's only 4.
How long they stay in France?
How long are you in France for?
We come back on the 31st, we're driving back. My husband's driving back with my other son.
2 weeks. Holiday, so please.
Ils reviennent par la voiture, en fait, en voiture, ils reviennent. Ouais, en voiture.
Fingers crossed for you.
If French immigration say they can't travel, their summer holiday will be over before it's even begun.
Okay. Merci, au revoir.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, so that's fine. So,
Yeah?
So he writes the name and when she landed in Nice, it's fine.
What's the name? Do you know the name?
No,
Okay,
yes,
cool.
I asked the name. He told me just to write policeman in charge of...
Okay, thank you, French.
Thanks, man.
You're going. All right, if you come over and we check you in.
You're
All
a
right.
star. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on then, buddy.
Very lucky. Friday the 13th must be a good day then.
In Belfast, Claire Reynolds has been waiting for an hour and a half for her passport to arrive.
Come on, where are you?
A taxi's bringing it from Omagh, 60 miles away. If it doesn't arrive soon, the hen weekend will be ruined. Check-in closes at 4:40, and that's just moments away.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
If she's not here in 5 minutes, she'll miss this flight.
I've rang him and he's like, oh, he's off the motorway. I don't know what speed he was driving at, but it's taken him nearly 2.5 hours. Thanks a million. You're a darling. Oh.
But with Claire's flight about to close, every second counts.
Not going to get under the 6:25 now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, check-in closed. You say 10 minutes ago for 5:10.
Is there a way I can get in, please?
Afraid not, you've applied. You see, we're not actually allowed to accept 8 passengers, so it'll be the 6:25.
Is there no exceptions?
Afraid not, no.
Not one exception at all?
No, not for anyone. Rules are the same for everyone.
I can't believe this. I'm having to pay £25 and like the plane's not even away yet.
But in all due respect, you did forget your ID, madam.
I know, but I have it now. I had to pay £70 for the way taxi.
We cannot get you on the flight. Check-in does close 30 minutes before departure, and we don't accept anyone for travel after that time.
It's totally ridiculous. I thought the airline's a joke. I can't believe this. Another hour and a half.
Yes, just
Is there any way I can
With Patsy following company policy, the only person that can help Claire is Supervisor Stuart Truelove.
I'm a taxi. I have to pay another £25 and I've booked my ticket.
Why did you have to pay the £75 because you forgot your passport?
Yes.
So that's not the
But
lady's fault?
I know it's not her fault, but I can't help getting frustrated. I'm totally broke and I have to now wait. And the guys have to wait in Liverpool.
Gareth,
Yeah.
that Liverpool's delayed, is it?
That's not
Alright, not a problem, thank you. Easyjet have just surprised you, they're going to help them.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes, getting on, getting on.
Have your ID, please.
Yes, oh, here, got it.
You're holding on to that, and then you're taking the bag just where it says outside baggage.
Okay.
Okay, and you come back around this way. It's gate number 14 you're heading
Thank you
towards.
very much.
Alright, have a nice weekend. Alright.
There was a slight delay on the flight, so she was very lucky and managed to make. We actually got her on the flight, which was very lucky.
At the end of the day, it suits the passenger and ourselves that we can get them on and get them away. Everyone's happy.
Up in Inverness, a very special passenger is about to board. Former England international and Charlton legend, Albert Sailor Brown.
Hold on tight. Don't want to lose you at this stage.
He's to be guest of honour at a centenary dinner at Charlton Athletic, his old football club.
That's fine. Oh, this is an adventure, isn't it?
Bert's most famous appearance for Charlton was the 1946 Cup final.
Can we have your attention? We have a special passenger on board today, an ex-footballer who used to play for England and Charlton. Please welcome on board 89-year-old Bert Sailor Brown.
Hey!
Every time I see that one, I think, God, you never did have a lot of hair, did you?
No, didn't. No.
Mr. Brown, it's a pleasure having you on board. Sorry we couldn't invite you in a cocktail. Have a nice celebration. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
During the flight, Albert reminisces with his daughter Julie.
England v France, Wembley 1945-46. England won 3-1.
Yeah.
Who's that handsome chap?
It's me.
Bert was affectionately known as Sailor Brown for one good reason.
It's because of his gait, his walk. And he's got extremely bandy legs. How he ever managed to kick a football, I'll never know. But,
That's not fair.
He actually played for Notts Forest, Aston Villa and Charlton, of course, in England. Yes, I don't think I've missed anybody out.
Don't forget England.
Don't forget England.
Tonight, Bert's visiting his grandsons before heading off to the Valley tomorrow.
Here we go, here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go,
Here we go, here we go.
In Belfast, there's a problem at the sales desk.
Right. We've landed from Gatwick. There's about 30 of us over the other side. I have an 11-week-old baby, and I've one bottle left. Okay? My husband's over the other side. Okay, we had a great flight and everything. No problem. All I want to know is where is our luggage? I have no pram, no car seat, no golf clubs, which is even worse. All I need to know is it worth waiting tonight to find where the luggage is, and for somebody to ring Gatwick and find out and help that girl over there, because everyone is really hacked off.
Sales desk to Stephen.
Go ahead.
Stephen, there's a passenger here. I was wondering, can you come and have a word with her, please?
Caroline waits for Supervisor Stephen Smith. With no car seat for the 11-week-old baby Michael, they can't leave the airport. And with no golf clubs, Caroline's husband Phil won't be playing in a golf tournament tomorrow, the whole reason for their trip to Ireland. It's the big day. Charlton's centenary celebrations are underway, and it's not long before Bert's spotted by an autograph hunter.
Well done, Dave.
It's the oldest one you'll ever get.
Having made the journey to the Valley, Bert heads straight to pitchside to meet his old teammates.
Made it. Yeah. Sailor Brown.
Sailor also scored for England in the famous 6-1 thrashing of Scotland in 1945. Caroline and Phil Redmond have got no luggage, and Supervisor Stephen Smith is on the case.
Apparently Gatwick baggage was on strike this morning. Apparently they can't confirm when any bags are going to be coming over, whether they're going to be the next flight, the one after that, or whether it's going to be tomorrow.
Okay.
Is there any way I can contact you, give you any information as soon as we get it, like a telephone number or
Oh,
mobile?
I can't go anywhere without a car seat.
Without the car seat?
Is there a chance, do you think, from your experience, that they might just by happen, they might load all the luggage up onto the next flight?
No, because if it's missed the flight, then there's paperwork to do and so on, and if they're snowed under because there was a strike earlier, I imagine there's more and more baggage. So I wouldn't hold my breath for it. Okay, let me go up to arrivals and I'll see what I can do. Okay.
The Redmonds have spent half a day of their 3-day holiday stuck in the airport. They're desperate that their luggage will arrive on the next flight.
If the car seats and the golf clubs and that aren't on the next flight, I don't know what we're going to do, because we can't go back because there's no car seat the other side and there's no this side, and unless there's a late night shopping centre near here where we can buy one, then we're in stuck.
Well, there's good news and there's bad news.
Yeah.
They haven't made this flight. So they're going to be on the second flight. Now, that one's not due in until 20 past 10. I've been on the phone quite a few times to Gatwick and trying to chase them up, but they weren't able to get them processed in time for the 8:35 flight.
Next flight, not this one. Next one, last one. Definitely on it.
What time?
10:30. If it's not on the next flight, I think that's when we get umpy.
I sympathise with the baggage handlers. I sympathise with it, I really do. I just don't like it when it happens to me.
But when the 8:35 flight arrives from Gatwick, there's a glimmer of hope.
There was a bit of confusion. One message from Gatwick said that they were on this flight that's coming in. Another message said they were on the last flight, so just fingers crossed that they're going to be on this first flight.
So will it come over on the normal belt?
Yeah, they'll come in on the belt with the Gatwick bags. The rest of the Gatwick bags is with that flight.
With baby Michael down to his last bottle of milk, Dad Phil is first in line for the baggage.
Tell me good news.
Oh, I'm crossing my fingers just like you. You know as much as I do at the moment, unfortunately.
No. Oh, here it is. It's the cheaper version. This is the little fella's seat.
Baby seat recovered and immediately forgotten as Phil reveals his priorities.
Now we're waiting for mine.
And his anxieties. He's been parted from his treasured golf clubs for nearly 6 hours.
This is nerve-wracking, I know. I know how it feels for you.
just sitting there looking at it. Yes, that's out the propaganda part's out now. Yes, come to Daddy.
No, I'm getting worried.
Come to Daddy. Get him now. Come to Daddy. Here we are. How sad is that? I'm happy to hear, I am.
Not half as happy as I am.
Listen, thank you very much for your help.
Thank you for being so patient.
No,
okay.
Thank you for your assistance.
Great.
Get him now.
Excellent, at last.
Let's put the little fella in.
Jesus. Oh look, they've put it on priority.
It's good when it works out like that, because it's bad that they've had to wait so long, but they've been very, very patient, so it's great when we can actually do something and get them as quickly as possible for them, and they don't have to wait for another flight to come in, so yes, great. Very relieved.
We also apologise for the inconvenience caused.
Back at Charlton Athletic, it's Sailor Brown's big moment.
We have the one and only Albert Sailor Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Brown. Well done, sir. Fantastic, and thank you very much for coming. As a young lad. There we are. You lost your hair early, didn't you?
Yes, yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sailor Brown, a clever inside forward, a real character. A real character, bandy legs, but he always held his head up high and he hoodwinked defenders.
He was a ball player like Stanley Matthews. If he got the ball, he could control it and beat a player.
He's running about with his head up and they think he's not looking at the ball, but he'd flick his foot out and it was in the back of the net.
He's a legend. As everybody keeps telling us, he's a legend.
After a great holiday in France, the Park family decided to drive home. Claire made it to Blackpool and joined her friends for a great night out. And the Redmonds didn't lose any sleep at all over the slow start to their holiday.